Hey cycling community, this is Steve Grusis, the Cycling Greek. A couple of videos ago, I had mentioned that in my old training block, while I was using Polarized training, that in the new training block that I'm in now, I was moving away from that. A couple of days after that ride, I reconsidered that position. For my current training block, and maybe for the next one, I'm going to stick with Polarized training. The reason I'm sticking with it is that I want to continue to build my aerobic base. I also want to make sure that I'm fresh for my climbing workouts that happen one time a week. Today's ride is a great example of a Polarized training Zone 1 ride. Remember, with Polarized training, there's only 3 training zones. You spend most of your time in Zone 1, a little bit of your time in Zone 3, and you never touch Zone 2. The parameters for Zone 1 is to never go above 70% of your maximum heart rate. In my case, that means keeping it below 115 beats per minute. Also, keeping it below 200 watts. Now, I did that about 90-95% of the time. The only times I didn't do that when I was pulling in front. Whenever I pulled, I went up to 75% maximum heart rate. Of this 4¼ hour ride, 2/3 of it I spent solo, 1/3 with my teammates here. 95% of the course was flat, which meant I was always spinning. Another reason for my using Polarized training is that it gives me very little chance for digging a hole for myself. As an at-risk Afib candidate, digging a hole is the last place I want to be. Even though this was a 4¼ hour ride, by keeping it below 70% maximum heart rates, I recovered a lot quicker. In fact, the next day while shooting a video on measuring FTP, I did a 20-minute FTP test, and I was pleased with the results. I hope you found this video helpful. Remember, comment, like, subscribe. The Cycling Greek.